Hello everybody, AngelArts here. This week, I hit 1,000 subscribers. And I know I say this all the time, every time I hit a milestone, but I'm very speechless. I don't know what to say. I'm very humbled. I am extremely honored knowing that there are that many of you out there who have seen my content, who have seen some of the things that I produce, and it really means a lot to me that every single one of you out there enjoyed something about some of the videos that I've been making that caused you to decide to subscribe to my channel. And what is most humbling for me about it is that every single one of you guys, every single one of my subscribers, it's a great feeling to know that you all subscribed because you genuinely wanted to, not because it was prompted by me or anything like that. Because if you notice, I never say, I would never tell anyone to like or subscribe my videos. That's just not something, in principle for me at least, that's not something that I would do. I know a lot of people do it, and there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But for me, it was really important for me to be able to look at my subscribers and know these people specifically chose to subscribe to me without any prompting on my part. And that to me makes me feel like I truly earned your subscription. So because of that, I wanted to not only thank you guys verbally about it, but I also wanted to show you how much I appreciate it. And in order for me to show you my appreciation, I've been coming up, over the last 3 months, I've been coming up with something very special that I wanted to do to celebrate 1,000 subscribers. And I wanted to be something different. I wanted it to be something unique. I wanted to be something fun that anyone can participate in at their own pace, at their own time. And I came up with a little something. I'm so excited because for the last month, everything's been coming together, and now that I've hit 1,000 subscribers, I am very excited to announce that I will be hosting a 1,000 subscribers YouTube scavenger hunt. What does this mean exactly? What does this entail? So, believe it or not, throughout the YouTube verse, throughout the YouTube internet universe, I have hidden a series of clues that every single one of you have the opportunity to find. I will be providing you with clue number 1, and clue number 1 is supposed to help you find the way to find clue number 2. Once you find clue number 2, then you try to solve that in order to eventually lead to clue number 3, and so on, and so on, and so on. And the design of the clues have been designed in such a way that they get progressively more challenging and progressively more interesting and unique. And I wanted to give some sort of incentive at the end, obviously, for this scavenger hunt. There is going to be a prize. Once you reach the final clue, whatever the final clue is, I'm not going to give that away, and you complete said final clue, the first person who does that will receive a free video game from Steam gifted by me up to a $50 value, which hopefully many of you would appreciate, given the content, most of the content of my videos. In addition to that, even after somebody gets to the very end and completes the final clue first, anyone who also reaches the end and completes the final clue by the deadline, which is September 30th, which is about a month and a half. You guys have a month and a half to complete this scavenger hunt, so that gives you plenty of time. Anyone who does reach the end and completes the final clue by September 30th will also be put into a drawing, and the winner of that drawing will also receive a gifted Steam video game gifted by me up to $50 in value. And depending on how many, if a lot of you end up reaching the very end, and I'm hoping many of you guys will, if a lot of you do, then I'll consider adding in another drawing. So what exactly are the rules? Well, rule number 1, you are not allowed to leave hints or answers to any of the clues for other people to see. Okay? Now later on, I may start giving a few hints to some of the more challenging clues if I think it's necessary. But please, please, please leave the hints to me. I will be the one who will decide whether or not hints need to be given out. If I do catch someone leaving hints to the clues, or answers to the clues for that matter, you will be disqualified from the competition. And in extreme cases, you may also be blocked for it. So please just play the game, do the best that you can. That being said though, rule number 2, you are allowed to ask for outside help from friends. So if you want to collaborate, if you want to work on clues together with people that you know, that's fine. It's as long as you don't post anything publicly just for any random person to see. That's what I don't want you to do. But you're perfectly fine to bounce off ideas of how to solve a specific clue with a friend of yours on YouTube. They don't even have to watch my channel. They don't even have to watch YouTube. Some of the clues are specifically designed for specific skills or knowledge. And if you have a friend who has that specific skill or that specific knowledge set, you're allowed to ask for help from them. Just know though that if you collaborate, the number of prizes that I give away isn't really going to change that much. So if you're helping each like 2 or 3 other people figuring out clues together as a group, just know that it's the first person who sends me the completed final clue that immediately gets, the prize. And then of course everybody else, by the deadline, everybody else who submits the final clue will get put into the drawing for however many different prizes that ends up being. So just keep that in mind. Rule number 3, you may use outside sources like Google searches, Wikipedia, things like that to help you figure out certain clues. That is completely legit. Completely legit. Rule number 4. If you have any questions about a specific clue, or if there seems to be some sort of problem or issue with the specific clue, like for example, if you are positive that there should be something somewhere, you're positive it's supposed to be there, but you just don't see it, contact me. Maybe there's like some technical difficulties with a specific clue, and I will respond to you as soon as I can. Thank you ahead of time for your patience. I will try to address it as soon as I'm able to. And if it's something that I think is necessary, I will make a official video to announce something, like I don't know, if for whatever reason I need to specify something for a specific clue because of technical difficulties, I will make a video about it, and I will also put updates in the description of this video. So it's important for you to follow this video fairly regularly just to see if I actually post any updates, to see if there's like specific things that you need to know in order to successfully go through the series of clues and find all of the clues before you reach the very end. I'm not anticipating that there are going to be any issues, but just in case, I wanted to make sure that there was something in place to address any, you know, unforeseen issues. So I definitely encourage every single one of you to participate, because I think, again, I think it's something really unique and different. I don't know if anyone has ever done this before. If they have, I've never seen it. And hopefully it's something that you guys will have fun with, and something that will keep you preoccupied for however long it takes you to get through the clues. I have no idea how challenging the clues actually will be. Some of you might take the entire month. Some of you might take a week. Some of you might even get to the end today. I have no idea. I don't know. So I'm very excited. As you go to each clue, most of the clues are going to be other YouTube videos that you have to find. Put a comment, make a comment on that specific video, just so I know how far you're going. It'll give me an idea of where you're at, which clue you're on, and it's just a good way for me to keep track of it, and also to prove, this is the most importantly, it proves that you actually made it through each of the individual clues and didn't for some reason accidentally like find a clue in between. So you know, that's one of the things that is very important, that I have a way of keeping track. It's very important that you leave some sort of verification that you actually hit every single clue by leaving a comment on that specific clue. So where is clue number 1? It is going to be somewhere in this video, hidden within my shoutouts. Because this is a milestone for me, I still have to do shoutouts, and I don't want to, I can't make it too easy for you guys. I can't just blurt out and give you the clue number 1 right now. Like I said, it's a scavenger hunt, so you actually have to do a little bit of searching. So somewhere in this video, I am going to give clue number 1, and you're just going to have to find where that is. So let's go with the shoutouts, shall we? The very first person I really need to give a shout out to is Team Pokesavers, or Pokesavers. I think it's Pokesavers, but Team Pokesavers made a couple of fan animations based on my VA Let's Play Earthbound. I'll put a link to the videos that Team Pokesavers made, because they're very well done, and it was just really flattering that Team Pokesavers decided to put in the time and effort to make those animations. And you know, any one of you guys who enjoy the series, please check out Team Pokesavers videos and give them your love. Please do. So thank you, Team Pokesavers, so much for showing your support and your enjoyment of the VA Let's Play Earthbound through your gifts. Another person I need to also give a shout out to is someone that you've heard me mention many times, but he has done something that I think needs to be recognized, is AngelArts, also known as David. AngelArts and myself and Shally, if you guys haven't noticed it, the three of us have kind of become sort of like rather close LP friends, and the three of us we also love the Mass Effect series, and each of us have obviously our own shepherds that we hold here near and dear to our hearts. AngelArts has a hobby of not only LPing video games, but also making tributes. And One of the tributes that AngelArts made, I'll put a link as well, was a tribute to not only his shepherd, but also a tribute to my Clive shepherd and Shali shepherd. So because of that, David, again, I was so honored and so humbled. I use that word a lot, but that's the best way I could describe it. I was so honored and humbled, again, that you spent the time to craft that, and I just can't show you how much I appreciate your support to me, and I hope you realize how much I support you as well and all that you're doing. You are a beautiful young man inside and out, and I just feel very lucky to have you as one of my LP buddies. The next person that I need to do a shout out is for Moonlit Reaper, or Mecca as she also goes by. Mecca has been working so hard with the VA Let's Play Earthbound. She has been sitting in on virtually every single Skype meeting that I've had with the rest of the main characters, the main voice actor characters of VA Let's Play Earthbound. And she actually was able to get us a panel of some sort at one of the cons, Alcon, I think, in the UK, specifically for Earthbound and our VA Let's Play of Earthbound, which I think is amazing, it's fantastic. But yeah, the actual con itself, the actual convention itself is going to be occurring from Thursday, September 5th through Sunday, September 8th. I am not sure when exactly the panel is going to be, which day, but once I get that information from Mecca herself, I will post it in the description below. So Mecca, I hope you realize how much we appreciate all of the hard work and effort and time that you put into the VA Let's Play of Earthbound. Kathleen MMS is someone else that I have mentioned a couple times before, and she had sent me a very heartfelt email. Kathleen, you know exactly what email I'm talking about. And I just wanted to personally say thank you to you, Kathleen, because that message really made me feel so good about what I'm doing on my channel and how it affects other people. So thank you so much, Kathleen, for that. Christopher Pitcher, I have to give a shout out to, because Chris gave me a really sweet message, personal message of how much he enjoyed my LPs, and specifically how much he likes the fact that I put in so much emotion to my LPs. Galaxy Zero also said the exact same thing. I'm a very emotional person. I cry very easily on movies. I get very attached to characters easily, and I get very immersed in the story of a video game. And because of that, I'm not afraid to express my emotions, express when I'm sad, express when I'm upset, express when I'm scared. A lot of you would love it when I express when I'm scared out of my wits. I'm perfectly comfortable. I'm just being me, and I'm just being genuine. I'm not trying to be someone that I'm not. I'm not trying to be all tough, because that's, I am who I am, and I get, like I said, I don't feel any need to hold back on what I truly am feeling in my heart when I am playing these games. And it again means so much to me, Chris, that you appreciate that aspect of my LP, because I think I enjoy other Let's Players who are able to allow themselves to get emotional for these kind of things, because I think it adds that human aspect to an LP, which I definitely appreciate. So thank you both to Christopher Pitcher and to Galaxy Zero for appreciating my LP style. I am Mole. I'm sorry if I botched your name. I am Mole. enjoys my Walking Dead, and really, one of the things that IMLA has said is that he or she considers me to be a very genuine player, and I have to thank you so much for that, because that's another thing that I try to, that's one of my goals, is when I do Let's Plays, I try to be very genuine. I mean, I like to think of myself as an open book. What you see is what you get. I'm just being myself, really. I'm just being myself, enjoying what I'm doing, and yeah, hopefully that's something that I'm, you know, you guys have accepted me for who I am, and that to me is exceptionally important for me as a Let's Player. Chocolate Milk 1234 appreciates another aspect of my style, which is how I take the time to analyze things. Now, I know that for certain viewers, that can get a little annoying, because when they're watching Let's Plays, they actually just want to watch people play the game and not just stop and just start babbling. But I'm not like that, you know. I like to think that I have some insightful things that I want to share and say, things that go through my head that I think are valid based on what's going on in the screen in front of me. And, you know, that's part of the reason why the intros of every single LP that I start tends to be rather long. If David, I think, AngelArts made a mention, like, it's not an AngelArts LP if, you know, if you're not still on the start screen 5 or 7 minutes into the first video of the LP. And, you know, part of the reason is I think it helps for people to know right off the bat whether or not I am compatible with them. You know, I think you want to be able to know that this is a Let's Player that you'll be able to enjoy watching. And if you get bored and don't like the fact that I'm still talking about things like introducing a game to you for the first 5 or 7 minutes of the LP, you're most likely not going to enjoy the rest of the LP. So, you know, I do that on purpose just so I know that when people start an LP with me, they can decide right off the bat, this is something that I'm going to click with, this is someone that I want to actually watch or subscribe. And if they don't, then great, I gave them, you know, the opportunity to back off and look for somebody else, because Lord knows there are plenty of other LPers out there. I am not pretending to cater to everyone, and, you know, I think every single LPer is different, and every single LPer has their own style, and I'm just gonna stick with whatever my specific audience is, because that's the audience that genuinely enjoys my content for what it is. My goal is never to have thousands of subscribers. My goal is just to be able to entertain whoever happens to be within my specific audience, whoever happens to enjoy the kind of games that I play and happens to enjoy my play style and LP style. So, the time has finally come for me to reveal to you clue number 1 of my YouTube 1,000 subscribers scavenger hunt. Are you ready? We're gonna start with something really simple and easy, just to warm you guys up, okay? All you have to do to complete clue number 1 and find clue number 2 is to click on the yellow box right there. That's all you have to do. Simple, no? Yeah. These first few clues are all about following directions and making sure that you have all of them before you proceed. Soren Forever, I need to give a very quick shout out, because again, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when I LP, I have a tendency to make some really bad puns. Really revolting and painful puns. And there was one particular pun that I made about the anti-Quarian in Dragon Age 2, which Soren Forever really appreciated. So I had to give a shout out to Soren Forever for humoring me for my puns. Yeah. By the way, once you get to clue number 2, you want to click on the purple box. DD Dreamer 90, I have to give a shout out to because DD Dreamer said something that so many of you guys have said over the course of the last year and a half since I've started LPing, is that I have a pleasant voice. And I always say how much I never like the sound of my own voice, but now that so many of you have told me the exact same thing, I actually believe it now. I believe, okay, fine, you win, I have a pleasant voice. Thank you, because I guess that is a very important aspect to have of any Let's Players, whether or not you can stand the sound of someone's voice. So I appreciate that people are still to this day telling me this, so thank you. Altair left me a very sweet comment also on my channel wall. He also is a gay gamer who finds Alistair just as dreamy as I do. So thank you, Altair, for that. Princess of Snow 67743, I also need to give a shout out to because she has been very expressive of how much she has been enjoying my content, verbally, been very verbal about it, especially my Dragon Age LPs. So thank you so much, Princess of Snow 67743. Levitrius Hampton deserves a shout out because he, according to him, at least at the time, he said that I was his favorite Let's Player, which is quite an honor because I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's an awful lot of Let's Players out there. And there's an awful lot of Let's Players who I consider far better than me. Far more entertaining, far more funnier, far clever than me. So the fact that, at least at the time, Levitrius Hampton thought that I was his favorite Let's Player, again, just an extremely flattering thing for anyone to say. So thank you so much, Levitrius Hampton, for that. Have Fun Tyler also expressed how much he thought that I was his favorite Let's Player. So thank you, Tyler, for that. Bearded Geek 72 has started watching my Mass Effect Let's Play and specifically said that I am the 9th LPer that Bearded Geek has watched a Mass Effect LP of and still loves it. So kudos to you, Bearded Geek 72, for being willing to watch my LP even after 8 others that you have seen. Chu Shinka needs to be given a shout out because Chu Shinka also thought that I had the best LP of The Walking Dead, which is, again, very flattering because there's Walking Dead is a very popular thing to LP nowadays. Very popular. And I'm just going to assume it's going to continue being that way as we move on to Season 2. So the fact that just one person, even just one person, thinking that mine was the best, I'm just so grateful for that. So thank you, Chushinka. Last but not least, Scialarty19. I wanted to give a special shout out to for being my 1000th subscriber. And Scialarty19, just for being the 1000th subscriber, I am automatically going to put you into the drawing at the very end. You can certainly still I urge you to still, go through the scavenger hunt. And if you get to the end, you will be put into the drawing twice if you get to the end and complete it. So congratulations to Scialarty19 for being my 1000th subscriber. So that's it, folks. Those are my shout-outs for this segment. Short and sweet. I hope you guys were able to find clue number 1 so you can begin your adventure of my YouTube scavenger hunt. Good luck, everybody. Have fun, and I can't wait to see all of your progress throughout the course of the next month and a half. Until next time, everybody, love yourselves and love each other.